You know, Tim, the other night I was sitting here at the house and I was watching some old wrestling.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't come get me.
I'm sorry, you never asked.
I did too.
You did now. You just said, why am I not there?
Facebook.
But anyway, we sitting here and we was watching old
Read my
matches.
mind, motherfucker.
We was watching old. And this goes along with it, so you can put the sign down. I know where I'm going with this.
Ow.
Now, are you okay? Don't sue me. I ain't got no insurance yet. Anyway, I'm sitting here watching guys like Ric Flair and Magnum TA. I'm watching wrestling pre-Hogan. I'm watching old WCW, NWA wrestling. And I sit and watch these matches, and these guys went 35, 40, 45 minutes. And during that 35, 45 minutes, there wasn't a lot of, as you say, finishers done, but the crowd stayed into it the entire time. Now, what people would say, that's a boring match. Actually, it wasn't boring. Because they took the basic, simple moves, as we were talking, and they kept the crowd entertained.
Well, you can't compare 80s wrestling to today's wrestling because the people have been trained. The crowd is just as trained as the wrestlers are.
Yeah,
and they've been broken of that mold of 80s wrestling. Wrestling? Did I mispronounce that?
No.
80s wrestling. And they have been retrained into the new millennium style
Sports entertainment.
of entertainment.
But does that not kill what some of us, and I know, you know, I watch, you harp great on Golden Boy. Greg Anthony. He's got the old school mentality in the new era. Hell of a worker. And I bet he looks back at these guys. I know he's watched Magnum TA. He's watched Ric Flair.
No, he studies. This is a guy that studies his craft. You know.
And he's not. What gimmick does he have that really stands him out? He's a great fucking worker. He can chain wrestle with the best. He can run his mouth, but I mean, he's what? 5'8", 5'9"?
See that tall?
I don't know. But I'm saying he don't have the height.
That's what I said earlier, you know, back at the beginning of it. He's one of the guys that if he was my height at 6'4", and does the exact same shit, he should. I don't know if I could sit here and say he'd have a job in WWE because that's a hard spot to get to.
Would he have a spot in TNA? Yeah.
I believe.
But no. I don't think he
believe he could easily support his family doing strictly wrestling.
He probably could. But I don't think. Do I think he'd go to TNA? No, I think he's got more brains than that because he wouldn't want to listen to some of their bullshit that they try to do to the business.
I'd go where they sign my checks.
Well, that's that. Well, you know, sort of bad when the
me.
guy that helped you get the company started left because he didn't like the direction you were taking the company.
You know, it's just there's too many guys who don't give a shit about wrestling, and they only care about their own egos, and they only care about going out there and popping for and getting their family to pop for them, and they only care about themselves. And they don't care about the craft of the business anymore. They don't care about the history of the business. They don't care about what's good for the show. They care about, let's go out there and let's do a 30-minute match and 25 minutes of that be my shine. You know, that's not doing nothing for the show. That's slowly killing the business today. Is you got guys who, like I said, it outnumbers them. You know, I care about the business. I drive Angela crazy with the business as much as I used to.
No, I drive my wife and kids and everybody else around me crazy about it.
I watch it on TV. I don't watch it on TV as much as I used to. I watch it enough to keep up with what's going on for when we go to the pay-per-view parties. I watch it on YouTube a lot because I get different stuff on YouTube. You know, I don't have the library of Greg.
No, I don't think anybody.
You know,
I don't think Vince McMahon's got the library of Greg.
I draw it too. Got YouTube. I'm on it all the time watching stuff. You know,
and you're learning.
It's just we are outweighed so much by guys who don't give a shit about wrestling. Guys who buy companies to satisfy their egos. Guys who run shows because they can't work nowhere else. Then guys who do this because they love the business, they're passionate for the business, and they want to make something of themselves. We're outweighed.
Yeah.
You know, my goal, and people, you know, I've been told this by somebody that I really consider a mentor, and that's Mo.
Good man. Sometimes.
He jumps on me all the time for not getting myself over. You know, I'm a firm believer if I'm at that show, if it's going to help the show, let's do it. As long, I mean, I can keep myself strong in something and get somebody else over. But I get in trouble all the time from Mo for not just going out there and destroying everybody.
Well, especially, and Mo's talking about, Tim, in the same sense that, you know, you're 6'4", 6'5", you're 320 pounds, 325, whatever.
Thank you.
And they put you in the ring. Some of these egotistical, dumbass promoters put you in the ring against guys that are 5'5", 5'6", weigh about 100 pounds, and tell you to sew your ass off.
Don't sell.
I mean, you used to.
I used to, but like I said, Mo, he helped me with a lot of shit. You know, I was really going somewhere with this.
Okay.
You sidetracked me.
I'm sorry, Bubba.
No, my whole point was lost.
The whole point was lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Anyway, Mo, he was a mentor to me in this business, and like he gets on to me
I'll remember in a minute.
I'm gonna babble till I do. Not really.
Babble.
He gets on to me for not doing what's right for me instead of what's right for the show. You know, but I've seen Mo sit back there and try to give these guys advice. This is a guy who made it.
He was there.
Nobody can ever take that away from him. He made it. WWE Tag Team Champion.
Headline WrestleMania.
Was in Royal Rumbles. All kinds of pay-per-views. Was on Raw.
He got into it with somebody.
Well, I don't want to go into the backstory.
Well, not either, but you know, he got into it with somebody.
You know, it's well documented. If you want to know the backstory, Google it.
Yeah, because it's there.
And I sat there and heard him tell these same guys who are buying shows to fan their egos what they need to do to make it in the business. And I know where I'm going now.
Okay, good.
And they don't get it.
No.
And I've sat there and heard Mo jump on me because he asked me, what's your goal in wrestling? And I didn't say go to WWE, TNA. That never was my big goal. He jumped on, well, if that ain't your goal, get out of the business. My goal was always to work overseas, in Japan. Go to Puerto Rico, go to Mexico, go to Canada. That was always my goals. You know, and a lot of the guys got the mentality of, this is our weekend.
Weekend warriors.
This is our weekend hobby. And for the guys who are trying to go to WWE, like John Michaels and CJ, for the guys who should be, at the least have a job on the creative team, Greg Anthony, you know. Derek King should have had a job.
Yeah.
Alan Steele,
who should have had a job.
For all these guys who try to make it, to make the business better, we're just outweighed.
Yeah, and for you guys out there that are very far and few between, that actually give a fuck about the business, guys like Cody Melton, as you say, Austin Lane.
Forgot Austin.
Austin, hell of a worker.
He is.
Super great guy in the dressing room. I've met him a couple of times, worked with him a couple of times. Got nothing bad to say about him.
He's one of the guys that understands it.
And that's the problem.
He shows up at the show. We did a show for Mo in the middle of summer, and 112 degrees in the building. Austin Lane shows up in a suit and tie.
That's what I'm talking about.
Went out there, very professional in the back, did his match, came to the back, got dressed in a suit and tie, shook everybody's hands in the locker room, and went home.
Got out in his car and took that suit, that shirt, jacket, and tie off probably, and goes, God damn, it was hot.
I went to Walmart right after that. Austin was walking around Walmart in that suit and tie.
Really? That's
one of the guys that gets it, and that's until we figure out the magic formula.
I know the magic formula. Stop letting everybody in the business.
To rid all these people who don't get it, who don't understand it, who won't ever understand it, who won't ever get it, who will always show up at the shows in the gear they're going to work in, who will always
stop booking them,
run out into the crowd and sit, who will always tell their families what the match is going to be,
beat
who
their
always
ass,
wants to fan their egos, who always wants to leak stuff out to the internet about shows that we're building up to all them guys. Until we can figure out how to get rid of them, the business is slowly dying.
Get the old school mentality back. Bookers, promoters, take control. Workers, go out there and do for the fans instead of yourself. So that's I don't really know where else and what else to say on this point.
I think we vetted about everything. I do know I want to promote this. This should be online today, Saturday. I hope so anyway.
We should have put this.
There will be a special Sunday. There'll be
exclusive.
There'll be some real bad exclusives from Saturday night.
At the last New Blood Wrestling show.
The last New Blood Wrestling show. Alan's going to talk with different workers. There will be an exclusive Sunday with me on my feelings because, believe it or not, I held back.
Yeah, he was getting fired up in the first half of the show, but due to battery failure.
I don't need to know that because it's going to flow.
Oh, okay.
And
oh well.
I guess we'll just shoot some exclusives tomorrow night.
We will.
Shoot some Sunday, and then it'll be a whole weekend of real bad TV. And,
yeah, and
if you made it this far,
you're a hell of a motherfucker.
You are that indeed.
And fans, tune in. Tell your friends, tell your family, because this is just the icing of what we've got planned to do.
This is just the icing. We ain't even baked that motherfucking cake yet.
Hell no. We've already
all
talked.
the ingredients.
We done talked to other people. They're gonna come up here. They got words they want to say, and whether you like us, whether you don't like us, you just whether
you like us or not.
This is our opinion. You're right. You're giving us the hits on YouTube.
I think that's a close right there.
I think it is too.
I'm the real deal Tim Edwards, and that's Alan the Multiplier Walker. And we getting the fuck out of here.
Peace.